God cares for people. And so when he says cast all your anxiety on him in First Peter because he cares for you, that's a pretty powerful statement. Because it's not just God ruling over creation, he cares for his people. He's attentive to our fears, our pain, our need, our weakness. And that is a biblical character of God and not just a character of the world. It's caring. Caring is a biblical character of God, and it's also a character in this world. Jesus, he modeled care through compassion. I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but throughout the Gospels, Jesus repeatedly noticed people that others ignored, whether it's the sick, the poor, the grieving, the outcast, the hungry crowds, the sinner, Zacchaeus in a tree, the woman at the well, Bartimaeus calling from the roadside. Bartimaeus was the blind man. Blind man sits on the road and cries. Jesus did not only care about the crowd, but he cared about the individuals. Jesus showed us how to care personally and not just think about us as numbers. What about the Good Samaritan? Right? The Good Samaritan showed that care is a costly compassion. Luke 10 gives the account of the Good Samaritan, a man beaten, robbed, and left for dead. Religious figures pass by. They see him, but they don't do anything. They see a need as a religious person, but they avoid the cost. Then eventually a Samaritan stops, bandages his wounds, uses his own oil, maybe his own wine or whatever he had, places him on his animal, takes him to an inn, pays for his care, promises to cover additional expenses. The story teaches us that caring is not proven by religious titles or social status or good intentions. It's proven by mercy. The Samaritan cared because he allowed another person's suffering to interrupt his journey. And that is the major point. So whenever you're thinking about caring, think about the Good Samaritan. It interrupted his journey. And the other thing that the Good Samaritan story points out is that the Samaritan was helping a Jew, a Jewish person, and they were at odds with each other. So then there's that. So they take it a step further. So the compassion isn't just person to person, but it's the compassion between two entities of people that as a society were at odds with each other. And so the Samaritan interrupted his journey to take care of somebody that needed it. Real caring allows love to interrupt the schedule. Also, biblical caring. Jesus connected love for God with love for neighbor. When asked, what is the greatest commandment? To love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. That's what it says. You cannot claim a deep love for God while practicing deep indifference towards people. Now, that's not to say that you're going to go out there and be just radical crazy and put yourself in harmful situations. Oh, I've got to go to this country because there's a lot of hardship going on. Or I've got to go do this. Well, unless God is truly calling you for something extreme, maybe you should pray about it before you act. But in day-to-day interactions with people, absolutely. In our world that we live in, our social circle, family circle, work circle, whatever, that's where we can really impact and build our character of caring.